Well, what a great result from Carrow Road, and here were the scenes at the final whistle as Sheffield United left the pitch with a crucial 3 points in the bag and beating Norwich City 1-0. It was feisty at times, Norwich, in all honesty, a disappointing performance from them, but I tell you what a vital 3 points for Sheffield United. Brian Deane and Kevin Gage sitting watching with me. I can get your name right, Brian. And brilliant that the 3 points are picked up there.
Yeah, I mean, look, those. I think I heard Kevin say something about, sometimes you don't always play the best football, but if you can grind out results like that. I mean, Norwich 7th, I think it is. Oh, they were 7th. And we've gone down there. It's not been a great game at all, but 3 points in the bag is a wonderful result. You're not going to play great every week.
And with, it seems, Huddersfield doing the honours over Middlesbrough, it puts Sheffield United in a very, very handy position indeed, Kevin.
Yeah, if that result is right, the Middlesbrough result, it looks like they're going to lose to Huddersfield. It's a pivotal week, isn't it? There's still a long way to go and anything can happen. Another cliche. But, wow, we didn't expect that, did it? We fully expected Middlesbrough to get something at Huddersfield. And that is a real bonus, as Brian said, to get all 3 points this afternoon. Because Norwich were poor, but we weren't a lot better, to be honest. One of our worst performances of the season, because we didn't actually create anything really going forward. 1 or 2 chances, but to come away with a win, fantastic.
Absolutely, and with a blade for Huddersfield doing the business for us, Neil Warnock getting those crucial 3 points for them, putting Sheffield United in a great position. Well, at half-time, it was 0-0. Closest United had come was a header from Anel, which hit the crossbar. Almost looked as though it was heading for the back of the net. But then in the second half, it was United's half. But first of all, in the 53rd minute, it was a chance for Norwich, which forced a save from Wes Foderingham.
Well, it was a cross, wasn't it? It wasn't really a shot on target. Decent build-up on the right-hand side. It's a low cross, just hopefully put into the box. And Wes has realised he's had to get something on it. He hasn't pushed it. He hasn't grabbed it. He's just tried to stop it getting any further across the box, and he's just hoping that there's a defender there to clear it away. Fortunately, it fell straight for Tommy Doyle, who just hooked it away.
I'll tell you what, just while we think about it, what a key part Wes Foderingham has played in United's season to this point. He really has.
Yeah, for me, he's been an outstanding goalkeeper. I mean, from the first time I saw him, I think we had Robin Olsen, and then Wes came in, and Wes has been superb. The first thing he did was he calmed the back, the back three down, and he's been very good since then. I mean, when you've got a good goalkeeper, he gives the back players confidence, and that's what he's done for me. He looks the personification of calmness.
Well, he was the personification of calmness there and made the interception that was needed to stop what could have been a chance for Norwich there in the 53rd minute. 8 minutes later, Sheffield United went ahead. And this is how the goal came. The talking point, and certainly Norwich would argue it, was that the Sheffield United, there was an offside there, Kevin.
Well, we've looked at the replay and clearly there wasn't, so we can put that to bed. But it actually came with a really good passage of play from Sheffield United. I mean, Lowe actually started the move in the left-back spot, and we must have made 10, 15 passes to get it up there. And then Jai's just trying to cut this back for Lowe, who's got nothing else in his mind apart from getting a shot away. Completely mishit it, and it's just happened to fall beautifully for McAtee, who still had a bit of work to do, and he's been quite brave to stretch out there and get something on it. Look at that, he's at full stretch. He knows he's going to collide with the keeper. Yeah, he absolutely knows he's going to get clattered by the keeper, and he's been brave enough to get his big toe on it, which was all that was needed to take it in the net.
And when it comes to the end of the season, we're going to say that was one very, very important moment, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now, it wasn't all over at that point, because Billy Sharp came on as substitute and went very close.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're forward and you come on like that, he's taken up a great position there, and all that's on Billy's mind is, can I get a shot off? He's made the space really well. Fantastic effort. If that had gone in, fantastic. And then unfortunately, George has, basically tried. I think it was just a rush of blood, wasn't it? It's like
it's come off the post at
Yeah.
such a pace.
Yeah.
I think it's taken him a bit by surprise. But Dino's right. He's got nothing else in his mind there as to cut inside. He's always going to cut inside on his right foot and have a shot there.
It's fun. It's funny, like as a forward, when you're coming on and you're thinking, first thing you're thinking about is what can I get out of this game, and Billy's probably as selfish as they come when it comes to an effort. So, fair play. It would have been a magnificent goal.
It would have been, and there was one more highlight, again involving Wes Foderingham. In injury time, Norwich pushing for a priceless equaliser, and what an excellent save this was.
This was a top save. I think there's a bit of swerve in it. I thought it got a slight deflection, but maybe it's the swerve on the ball that's caused the deviation. But he's really struck this very, very well. And Wes has seen it late. As you say, he's kind of going the wrong way at one stage, and he's had to come back on himself. And not to just stop it is one thing, but to make sure he kept it within his grasp. Because on that greasy, slippy pitch, it would easily been slid away and bounced out to an on-running centre forward. So really good stop.
Well, the great news for Sheffield United, of course, with that 1-0 was 3 points in the bag, and with the defeat 4-2 of Middlesbrough against Huddersfield, it really does put United in a very, very much stronger position. And a reminder of games coming up. Here are the next 10 remaining, but importantly, 5 home games in the next 8, 4 more games, and then that trip to Wembley with the Manchester City semi-final. But promotion's the all-important one, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's get promotion sorted, and then we can go to the FA Cup final, can't we? In May on a real high.
Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good?
It would be great, but for me, I'm only focusing on getting promoted. I think that's I know we're having a laugh, Kev, but it can be such a brilliant ending to the season. I mean, let's not make no bones about it. We've had our ups and downs in this kind of last 6 weeks or so, but what they're actually achieving out there and the way how they've kind of managed themselves back into this situation is fantastic, and they deserve everything. They deserve the win. They deserve where they are in the league. They're 6 points ahead of Middlesbrough now, and it's about management. It's about the players managing themselves. It's about Paul Heckingbottom and his squad making sure that every day the environment's right for them to come in, and let's get this over the line.
Well, wasn't that great to see? A priceless 3 points for Sheffield United. My thanks to Brian Deane and Kevin Gage watching it with me. And I think one thing we can absolutely say for certain as we look back and end this little look back on Sheffield United beating Norwich City by 1-0 is that a very important step has been taken towards automatic promotion.